This is the famous La Source hairpin, the only slow corner in the 8 miles of this magnificent track. It's practice time now, and there goes Sterling Moss in Rob Walker's Lotus, about to pull into the pit. This is Lucien Bianchi of the Équipe Nationale Belge and Belgian champion Olivier Gendebien. Colin Chapman on the left and Reg Parnell look fairly pleased. Here's Sterling Moss again, and Phil Hill, leader of the Ferrari Works team. Tony Brooks and Graham Hill, the BRM drivers. Jack Brabham in the dark glasses, and Maurice Trintignant with his Cooper Maserati. Number 2 is Von Tripp's Works Ferrari with the new 120-degree V6 engine. Number 6 is to be driven by Ferrari new boy Richie Ginther, and number 4 is Phil Hill's car. A 4th Ferrari with the old 60-degree engine is on loan to Gendebien. The latest Ferrari engines are reckoned to be giving 40 horsepower more than the Coventry Climax engine used by BRM, Cooper and Lotus. Practice times put Phil Hill in pole position on the grid, with a time of 3 minutes 59.3 seconds for the 14.1 kilometre lap. Then Von Tripp's 4 minutes 0.1 seconds, Gendebien 4 minutes 3 seconds, and John Surtees splitting the Ferraris with 4 minutes 6 seconds. It's now approaching 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. The cars are lined up outside their pits, and there's no despondency about world motorcycle champion John Surtees. The mechanics push the cars onto the starting grid. This is Jack Brabham's Cooper. Marston Gregory's Cooper, and Alf Francis with Sterling Moss's Lotus. Innes Ireland, Lotus team leader. John Surtees is in the centre of the picture and gets a pat on the back from Jimmy Clark. Richie Ginther, Phil Hill, and it looks like a bit of a squeeze. Graham Hill in his BRM, and Wolfgang von Trips in his Ferrari. 2 minutes to go. The officials clear the starting grid, and one of the exciting moments of motor racing, the start of a Grand Prix, is nearly here. Over the bridge after the start, it's Graham Hill leading Phil Hill, Surtees, and the rest of the 21 starters. Halfway round, the first lap Stadler, and the first 6 are Phil Hill, Ginther, Graham Hill, Gendebien, Von Trips, and Surtees. Almost at the end of lap 1, Gendebien is first in his yellow Ferrari, with Phil Hill right behind him, and in fact passing him on the way to the pits to take the lead. Lead again, and to the huge delight of the crowd, leads at the hairpin, with the Works Ferraris snarling at his heels. Surtees is 5th, Graham Hill 6th, Brabham is number 28, dicing with Bonnier and Gurney. At Stadler on lap 3, Phil Hill is in front again. Gendebien is still having a go at the hairpin, and Ginther goes straight on. By now, the 4 Ferraris have drawn away from the rest of the field, with Ginther in 4th place, but still a dice going on between Von Trips, Gendebien, and Phil Hill for the lead. We saw Gendebien leading on lap 2, and he also led on laps 6 and 7. But then Von Trips got past and closed up on Phil Hill. At 10 laps, 1/3 of the total, Von Trips was first with Hill second. And for the rest of the race, the two of them circulated in very close company, usually with Hill leading, but swapping places occasionally to keep the crowd amused. John Surtees, number 24, in the Yeoman Credit Cooper, was going great guns behind the Ferraris, with Graham Hill in very close attendance. That's Hill, number 36, in the BRM, and he and Surtees had a magnificent fight for 5th and 6th places, before Hill stopped on lap 19 with a broken exhaust pipe. Number 34 is Jim Clark's Lotus. A pit stop on lap 1 set him back a long way, and he could only finish 12th. Number 38 there is Tony Brooks. A magneto change put paid to his chances. This is Marston Gregory in the Cameradi entered Cooper, on his way to 10th place. Motor racing is all very well if you like it, but eating, that's a serious business. But back to the racing, and it's Von Trips in the lead. This time at the hairpin, Phil Hill is in front. Now Richie Ginther is past Gendebien to take 3rd place, and Ginther put in the fastest lap of the day at 131.5 miles per hour. Surtees is now secure in 5th position after Graham Hill's mechanical troubles. This is Joe Bonnier's Porsche, never far away from his teammate Dan Gurney. Now it's Gurney ahead of Bonnier, with Moss, number 14, never able to get his Lotus ahead, and finally having to be content with 8th place. Innes Ireland had a conrod poked through the crankcase of his Lotus out near Stavelot, but he got a lift back to the pits from Trintignant, who also had to retire. Phil Hill and Von Trips at the hairpin, with the race nearly over, and this is the gap between them and Ginther and Gendebien in 3rd and 4th places. John Surtees was the first Briton to finish. This is Dan Gurney, who finished 6th, chased home by Joe Bonnier in the other Porsche. The Sterling Moss Lotus was the last finisher not to be lapped by the winner. And Jack Lewis did extremely well to finish in 9th place, 1 lap adrift. Hill and Von Trips round the hairpin for the last time, and Phil Hill wins the 1961 Belgian Grand Prix, less than 1 second ahead of Von Trips. And so, as the congratulations are given, here are the full results. First, Phil Hill, Ferrari, at an average speed of 128.15 miles per hour. Second, Wolfgang von Trips, Ferrari. Third, Richie Ginther, Ferrari. Fourth, Olivier Gendebien, Ferrari. Fifth, John Surtees, Cooper. Sixth, Dan Gurney, Porsche. Then Joe Bonnier, Porsche, Sterling Moss Lotus, Jack Lewis Cooper, Marston Gregory Cooper, Gaudin de Beaufort Porsche, Jim Clark Lotus, and Tony Brooks BRM.